Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Tiger here. Welcome to the stream. That was Real Love from Deza off of the 2001 album 44 Degrees North, 63 Degrees West. That is one of my favorite tracks since that album came out in 2021. Deza, great Canadian electronic artist. Highly recommend checking out that album. It is fantastic, start to finish. That is the opening track, and again, remains to be one of my favorites to this day. But good morning. Welcome. It is a Saturday morning stream. I don't often stream on Saturday mornings, but here I am. I decided I was up. I stayed up probably way too late last night watching lots of TV. I've been watching that Wu-Tang An American Saga series, and it's really good. It's really compelling. I don't know how much of it is actually real. You know, it's a docudrama series. I believe it's on Disney Plus, so if you subscribe to that, definitely go check it out. Anyway, I'm just going to be playing some Genshin Impact this morning, as per usual. I think I'm slowly turning into a Genshin only channel, which maybe is kind of a problem. I think it says more about where I am right now as far as my gaming goes more than anything else. I need to kind of start something new, find something to play, and get into it. And I'm having real difficulty doing that these days. Genshin seems to be the only thing that I'm sticking with. Again, mostly because it is, a forever game. Doesn't require a lot of investment for me, I guess. And like when I say investment, I mean any video game is a time investment, right? Any video game requires you to put energy into it. Genshin, though, for me, it's very low energy that I need to put into this. I can just kind of play it and chill and not really worry a whole lot. But I keep saying that I'm going to resubscribe to Game Pass. I'm going to get back on the Game Pass and see what new games are on there because everyone's talking about Hi-Fi Rush, and it seems really cool. Seems like a game that would be right up my alley. But I just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't really subscribed to Game Pass. I've been on there a little bit, kind of checking out, hey, what's new on Game Pass? But I haven't pulled the trigger yet. So I don't know. I don't know, really. I think I'll get around to it. Maybe I'm just still a little bit in an emotional rut, and I need to pull myself up out of it. In other kind of news, I've been watching a lot of skateboarding videos lately, and I really kind of want to get back into that, but we will see. We will see what happens. Still a lot of snow on the ground here, so kind of getting into skateboarding this time of year is a challenge. Welcome to life in Canada, folks. Cannot skateboard in the month of February. I mean, you can, but not in many parts of Canada. Not where I am. Too much snow, unless you find an indoor park, and I don't think there are very many indoor parks in this area. All right, let's get things started here. Let's do the dailies. Oh, the dailies? Are you going to do the dailies? I am. Indeed, I am. There is a pin here for whoops. For some reason, I left a pin on the map here by mistake, so let me delete that. Small step for Gila Churls. We'll just teleport over here and get started. Yeah, this game is, again, it's very casual. This seems, I mean, I shouldn't say that this game is very casual because I keep playing it. But, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Gotta take out this archer first. It's always important to kill the archers first because they will be a thorn in your side. You can worry about the rest of the mobs after the archers are under control. Nobody likes archers, right? Does anybody play archers in video games these days? I'm just kidding, I'm sure they do. When I was doing Dark and Darker, when that free trial was up, my buddy Shane with the Pain was playing at Archer, a ranger in that game, and to great success. That guy, as an archer, I think made that a lot easier for us. We actually escaped the dungeon a few times, which is rare. And I guess I shouldn't say rare, but it was rare for us. But I think we've established already in all of my streams that I am not very good at video games, really, in general. Shane is much better at games. I think Shane just has far better hand-eye coordination than I do, better reaction times. I am just slow, from Slowsville. But it's Saturday morning, and I'm enjoying my coffee. Ooh. A little bit of a connection hiccup there. Hopefully that doesn't persist. So the things I love to do in the morning, the thing I love more than anything every single morning is having my coffee. I love coffee. I'm actually already on my second cup. I've already had one today, so I don't think I'll go for a third cup, even though, again, I was staying up very late and I'm very tired. But 2, I think, is good. I think I'm at the point where 2 cups is sufficient. If I go over that, then I start to get the shakes. Good morning. Stop calling me banana. Thanks for showing up in chat. Yes, there is nothing like a good spiked morning coffee. I think it's kind of past the season for me to be putting Baileys in my coffee every morning, or Kahlua, but I don't mind that at all. How are you? How's your morning going? Welcome to the stream. I hope your morning is going well, if it's even morning where you are. I can't blow up those hilly trails here until we do this quest. Alright. Yeah, I just want to wake, go talk to this guy. Okay. So I gotta approach this guy slowly, talk to him. Oh, you're welcome. So I should stop calling you banana. So I'll just call you stop. Is that the end of that quest? No, I gotta talk to her again. I don't know why this kid's dream is to be friends with hilly churls, but, you know, to each their own. Alright. Just had to be a smartass for a second. It's all good. Feel free to chat. You certainly do not need to, though. I do appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I'm just having a very casual stream. Most of my streams, I think, are pretty cash. Alright. Took care of all those guys. Where is my next daily commission? Over here. Whoops. For some reason, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. No. It's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. There we go. Okay. So moving right along. Oh, I think I'm down too far. I think I need to go up. Oh, I think it's just right over here. Here we go. They can't win. I have the high ground. Grab all those snacks there. Okay, there's still a slime over here I think I need to take care of. Yeah. Alright, here come more baddies. Oops. It was not my intention to explode that yet, but that's fine. Sometimes I'm a very poor shot. Just miss the target even when they're right in front of me. Grab all this junk. Alright, we got one more commission left. And then I'm not really sure what I will do in Genshin here today. Maybe just continue some of the story quests. As I'm finally moving along into the newer area, Sumeru. Sumeru? Again, I'm still not 100% sure of the pronunciation on that. I'll get there one day, though. I'm sure I will. Alright, use the statue to heal up my party. Oh, I guess their health is pretty full already. Alright then. Oh, this is always fun. Like, I didn't even see it coming. Poor little hilly trail. I wasn't quite over them, but... Always take care of the Abyss Mage first, since they are always a bigger problem than hilly churls. And then you can worry about these hilly churl guys. There we go. Daily commissions out of the way. Easy peasy. Alright, let's head over into the city. Claim all of our daily rewards. This is kind of the normal thing with this game. Just do your dailies, claim your rewards. I gotta say, this is this banner though. First time I've actually been kind of tempted to spend some money to do some summons. I do want to get Yelan to round out my B team, but it's better to not spend money on these things since it's just a game. It's not really required. Oh, whoops. I almost forgot.
Thank you for complete.
There we go. All good. Alright, I don't think I have enough to even do one wish right now. Oh, I do. Let's go for it. Let's see what we get here, and nothing. Well, too bad. I wonder, though, if I can buy anything in the shop. Oh, I got some mail here. Okay. Oh, there's a survey to do as well. Cool. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that later. Paimon's bargains. No, nothing. Alright. Well then, that's alright. Alright, so we got the daily quests out of the way. Let's continue. Let's continue the story stuff here. Because this will be... I don't know, this will compel me, keep me going within the game, I guess. Okay. Here we go, cutscene time, which means it's coffee time. We did finally make it, Paimon. Except I have actually already been here before. Interesting.
It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
It sure is, dude.
Yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
This guy knows everything.
There's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha.
Oh.
But no need to worry. That won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps
Interesting.
you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our
I have
beloved
not.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha Terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormuz.
Interesting. I don't know what any of this means, but seems fun.
It sounds pretty amazing.
Yo, what's happening? Snap, crackle, and pop.
You two
Shaner,
are
buddy.
quite
Good to see you.
fortunate.
Welcome to the
Until
stream.
recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha
This guy
terminals
does
to
know why
outsiders
kids
within
love
a
Cinnamon
limited amount of
Toast
time
Crunch.
in
Wait,
Sumeru.
it's
However,
because
this
it
policy
has
was recently changed, and now all
cinnamon
travelers
swirls in
must
every bite,
report
right?
upon arrival.
Is that what you had for
Here are your
breakfast this
Akasha
morning, Shaner?
terminals.
Did you have a bowl of
Please
Cinnamon
travel
Toast
with
Crunch? I did not. That is not what I had for breakfast this morning.
To activate,
I had a bowl of corn
simply
pops.
hold your hand and say the following phrase to yourself.
But I do have bacon in the fridge, so
May the
thanks for that
mighty
bacon,
God
Shaner.
bless us with their voice of wisdom.
I'm gonna cook that up later. That'll be for my lunch. Probably make a BLT sandwich for lunch.
Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
That's probably my plan. You had meat pies for breakfast. That sounds pretty good.
God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
All right, so I have this this device on me now. I don't know what it does. Oh, does it let me scan stuff? Does this game turn into Metroid Prime? All right, we got a sweet crossover here: Genshin and Metroid Prime.
We want to know. And bam, you get it. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
I'm not sure it will, Paimon.
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha.
Kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch because of the Coke. That's right.
Welcome you both to Sumeru City.
That's part of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch dusting on there, just like the tiniest hint of Coke in there too.
Okay.
Keeps the kids coming back for more.
Check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanagi. Let Paimon try.
It's interesting how
Years ago,
back in the day,
found a newly born deity from within Sumeru's
Coca-Cola
mind.
had actual
He
cocaine in it.
resides in the sanctuary of Suristana.
That's right, they hook them
Pretty
up
similar to
young.
what Holly was telling us. Okay,
Have you had your coffee yet, Shaner?
concentrate on asking how to meet.
Or are you making iced coffee?
Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on
Just
the
one
tip
so
of your
far, eh?
tongue, but you just can't
Oh, that's not
think
too
of
bad.
it.
I'm just finishing up my second cup here. I'm at the dregs of this cup.
Brain is exhausted.
Let's try asking the Akasha something else.
Smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
Why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Oh, that's not one of the options, unfortunately. Too bad. Can't put in a custom option. So I was saying earlier that I've already had my second coffee now, and that I probably will not have a third.
Huh. Could it be because we're
But maybe I will.
and we've only just arrived in Sumeru?
I have a little bit of coffee left from what I brewed this morning in my coffee pot.
Sort of question or something.
Maybe I'll run down and grab that real quick. I'm gonna finish up this thing first, though. Finish talking about Lesser Lord Kusanali and Greater Lord Rukkhadevaya, I think his name is.
You too?
Yeah, Rukkhadevata. Don't let it go to waste is what you say. That's a good plan, Shaner. All right, I'll be 1 second. I'm gonna go grab coffee. I'm just gonna let this cutscene keep playing because I'm sure stuff will happen.
Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden.
Oh no, Paimon, don't go all teary-eyed.
Sumeru really missed their Archon.
I think you miss the Archon more than they do. All right, I'll be 1 second.
Seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
And I'm back, and of course, cutscene ends while I'm away. Didn't have quite enough for a full cup of coffee, so that's probably for the best. I think a half cup is good. Also, yes, I'm still hilariously in my pajamas. I have not gotten dressed yet. It's Saturday morning. Who cares?
Are you a Howie?
Saturday morning is for
Yes,
coffee
that's
and
me.
contemplation.
Can I help you?
And video games. Coffee, contemplation, video games. That's what I should have named the stream.
Apprentice here, and
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure,
here, this is a letter from Tainari.
I wonder what the letter says. I didn't read it on my way over.
Ah, ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, you two just have some questions for me? Seems
Yes.
even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
Oh, I like the Bob Ross
So, what is it you two would like to
emoji
know?
there. That's fantastic.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
That's what we're just gonna do. We're gonna just have a happy little stream this morning.
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon
Put a little
himself?
dash of Genshin Impact in your morning there with a
Exactly my
drip
area
of coffee and
expertise, but let me see what I can
just
find
sit
in the
back and
Akasha.
relax and smile.
Hmm.
Change my name to Doc
Sorry,
Ross here
the
instead.
Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that?
What about their abilities, Paimon?
Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon.
I need to get a nice
All I know is that
sweet
ever since
afro
Lesser
wig
Lord
then and just
Kusanagi
like
returned to Sumeru,
channel my
never
inner
left the
chill
sanctuary of
while I
Surasana
stream
and
games
the
and just
Academias.
going to
The next
make our way through Genshin Impact here through the continent of Sumeru.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse.
Going to do a little,
Perhaps she just doesn't
just a
want to
little
entertain
splash of
visitors, which would
daily
explain the lack of
commissions,
information in the Akasha.
and then maybe we'll do a happy little domain later on.
Aw, but then what can we do?
We can do a happy little domain,
No
Paimon.
need to worry just yet.
But no.
I'm only hypothesizing
I know. I don't
here.
think the
Could
Bob
certainly
Ross
try asking around and
chillness
see
is
if
in me.
anyone else has ideas.
Not to that extent,
And
anyway. I'm a
besides,
little
you two
chill.
should consider the
Just
bright
not
side
that
of
chill.
things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every
So
30
maybe what I'll
minutes.
do today for lunch
Tainari?
instead of actually having a BLT is I'll just have some calorie mate. Just eat that for my lunch. I should have had one actually with my coffee. That would have been a good idea. I think that would have
Oh,
gone
nothing.
well together. Maybe
If
the
you ever want
maple
information
flavored
about
ones.
things like who's been promoted within the academia, or hey, come on, this is a survival skill at the academia.
I think maybe the maple or vanilla would go well with coffee.
Expectations were pretty
And possibly
low.
the chocolate flavor.
So low, it's like
Gag. Yes, I'm the only one who likes calorie mate.
So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone.
So last night we were
what
doing
if
some
we
recording
make
for
sure?
the YouTube channel No Pain No Game,
Huh? Like who?
and we had some calorie mate. I'm the only one who kind of liked it.
Oh,
I don't know.
right. Catherine!
All right, let's go to the Adventurers Guild. Always to the Adventurers Guild. Ad Astra Abyssos. Oh, there is a chest down there. Don't think for a second it was lost on me. There we go. Need to get them gems. Need to continue trying to summon for Yelan over the next couple of days before the banner ends. I don't think, though, that things will work out in my favor there.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
Which is fine, though.
Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Then it's time to start saving up those gems for the next banner.
Understood.
So Shenhe is coming back at some point. I think that Shenhe, though, is rated as like a C tier character.
Way we can do that?
Let me check on that.
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait.
Alright, there's a couple different sites with different tier listings, but yeah, I think Shenhe is not listed as a top tier.
Pertinent information in my personal memory.
Well, this list has her under A as a support character.
Then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru,
So
adventurers
the first
here
list I was
would
looking
not
at
serve as the
has
vanguard of
S,
information.
A,
Rather,
B,
there
C,
are
and D
numerous
tiers.
active mercenary groups
This one I'm looking at
collectively
has
known
S,
as
S,
the
S,
Aramites.
and A, and they
They
list
take on various
Shenhe
contracts and work all across
as...
Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence.
Where do they have
An
Shenhe
Aramite
listed?
brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade,
Oh, they have her
but
under
they're
S
responsible for managing
with the
and
second
coordinating
constellation.
the
Okay,
affairs
I
of
guess that's
all
since the
other
new update,
mercenary
they've
brigades.
updated that. They changed that because I
Aura's
think they had her
pretty.
listed a little bit lower
What does
before.
it mean?
Anyway, not that tier lists really matter all that much.
They are
If you
named
like
as
a
such because
character
their
in this
ranks
game and
number
build them,
30 at their
they can
inception.
still serve you pretty well.
Iceland, an advisor
But
of the
obviously,
Corps of
some
30,
characters will have better
maintains
abilities and better
regulations
stats,
of the Adventurers
and
Guild.
better when
Though
combined
he's already retired,
with the
he
other
and
right
his words
characters,
carry great weight within mercenary circles.
like
If you'd like to get in contact with him, you
Xiangling
can find him
and
at the Corps of 30's
um,
headquarters,
Ganyu.
the Citadel of Rexar.
Fantastic combination. That
I
reverse
wish you
melt
two
build
the best
has
of luck.
just been
We look
carrying me
forward
through
to
this
your
game.
exploits in Sumeru.
Alright, let's move things along here.
The Citadel of Rexar we go!
I can probably... Oh, it's still within the city here. Whoops. I thought I would have to travel somewhere further away, but nope. Just gotta go up these steps over here, I think. It just keeps going up and up and up. Oh, I guess I passed it. I guess it's over here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'm where I need to be. Cutscene activated. It's kind of the problem with trying to stream any parts of this game where you're doing story stuff. Like, it's just a lot of cutscenes, not a lot of action. But it gives me more time to kind of chat and talk about stuff, rather than focus on playing the game, fighting bad guys.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way.
Yep, good old Kathy.
Ha! It's true that the Aramites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Why not?
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Aramites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living.
Our own two hands.
Gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though.
These
If you
guys.
ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Well, obviously. Why would you be interested in a lesser lord when you have a greater lord as well?
Let's take the
I don't know.
Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods,
Rukkhadevata.
don't care for the
I
living
just love
people
saying that. It's so
of
much fun.
Rukkhadevata.
Rukkhadevata. Say it again.
In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy.
Ah.
Because of the
So it's
Academia's
kind of
influence,
like,
most
you know,
citizens are
someone
not
working
familiar
hard
with
all their
Greater
life to
Lord
build a
Rukkhadevata,
vast company, and then
hold her in
their
greater
dumbass
esteem.
kids inherit it. I get it.
Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists.
And that's
And
all.
Really? After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh, don't feel bad for a lesser lord. There's still a lord,
No.
Paimon.
We're all
Still a
just
lord.
guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the god of wisdom.
Man, that
doesn't
feels
worry
like
about
this
her
guy just
reputation
kind of summed up
among
life in
people
that
like
one
us.
sentence. We're all just guessing when it comes down to it.
Thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
You know, the look on that guy's face doesn't show that he's very happy. We do? Okay.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. not interested in the Dendro Archon. They even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for
Man.
information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru.
Interesting.
The harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two
Okay.
are Outlanders who recently arrived here.
And now my coffee is all
Been
gone.
asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord
Well, that's a name,
Kusanali's
Dunyarzad.
faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy.
Oh, calamity.
He predicted that a great calamity was about to befall. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him.
Bless me,
escape
Dendro
this
Archon. You're my only
predicament.
hope.
The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay.
It's sad that he has to be resigned to his fate, but oh well.
Then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon.
Ooh.
She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath."
Yeah.
It is an amazing story.
Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
Oh, coffee makes me feel all warm and
Right
fuzzy
away.
inside.
It seems like this story is also
Yeah, that's my
one of the
favorite part of
Dendro
every morning
Archon's
is
avatars.
getting up, making
Dunyarzad,
coffee,
since
drinking
you
coffee,
worship Lesser Lord
having breakfast.
Kusanali, can you tell us
I
anything else
do
about
enjoy
her?
my mornings.
Of
I would like my
course.
mornings more
It's
during the
easy
week
to
if I
know
didn't
her.
also have to work.
I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Uh-oh. Those guys are bad news, that's for sure. They look like bad news, they scared her off, so...
What the heck just happened?
Oh, it's absolutely
It
has something to do
looks
with those
like
guys over
they're
there.
searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's see if we can get rid of them.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went...
She went that way, man.
Quick, after her!
Thanks, kid. And away they go.
That should keep him busy for a while.
Alright, now we gotta go find Dunyarzad. Hiding out behind a corner, huh?
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Nope.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You come
Sorry to
back
startle you.
now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Sure did.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh. Looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. You probably
Always
wouldn't
a good
expect
idea
me
to hide
go
out in a
place like
tavern.
that.
If Shaun of the Dead has taught me anything,
Stay behind
always
me.
hide out in a tavern, grab a pint, and wait for anything to blow over. It's a perfect plan. Can't go wrong. Tavern has beer. Tavern has food. Tavern usually has limited entrances, so it's easy to board up. It's the perfect plan. Here we go. Tavern time. Tavern time. Hanging out in the tavern. Having a pint with my friends. And singing this silly song that I'm making up right now.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
Uh-oh, new character. So I believe her banner is going to be the next one here for Genshin.
My lady, who are these two?
And of course, cat ears.
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
I'm sure there is.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
Oh, so she's from the upper
And
crust
if
and
I
ran away
refuse
from
to
home.
go with you, it'd be easier
I
for
see
the
how
both
it
of
is.
us if you
She wasn't in
cooperated.
real trouble at all.
But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Oh, that'd be funny. I would like to see that. Let's let that happen.
Doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait,
Well,
what?
There's someone at my door. I have to go answer that.
Do I have to pay you to
Be right
your
back.
employer, so you never listen to my parents ever again? Double? A triple? Give me some time, and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly
Well,
that it's
either
only
it was someone with the wrong address or neighborhood kids playing Nicky Nicky Nine Door. I don't know, but there was no one there, so that was a great waste of my time. In any case, it's always good to answer your door in a timely fashion because you never know what it might be. But yeah, I thought it was weird that someone would be ringing my doorbell on a Saturday morning. Usually, I guess, would be Jehovah's Witnesses, but no one there at the door. So again, I think it was either someone delivering a package realized they got the wrong address at first, or it was just neighborhood kids being kids.
I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So
It's my life.
Meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Listen,
Yes,
I'm not sure that
I'm sure.
anything we do in life
At
is
least
meaningful. I guess we'll never really know, will we?
Fine. I won't ask you to return home anymore.
Oh,
Let
that's
me
good.
make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to
Listen to
cover you
this.
for when you're out and about.
Bodyguard helping you,
So,
giving you tips
I'll
on
let
how
you
to
follow me, my lady.
sneak out
This
and
way,
run away from home.
everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the...
Okay.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Yep, money helps you reach any kind of understanding.
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
Okay,
My
go take a
lady,
nap.
Stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure. After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Okay, well, moving this right along. Rest in the tavern for a while. Wonder if it'll give me like an option to sit down somewhere or something. See you. Oh, here we go. I just had to walk over to the exact right area for it to trigger the cutscene.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on
Lombard.
the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
I mean, if you run a restaurant or a tavern, wouldn't you always prepare your very best, regarding of who it is? Like, or regardless of who it is, I should say.
Please bring these two the
Like,
best food you have.
why would you
They're
only
your
prepare your
friends,
very
so I wanna
best
be a good host for them.
when there's someone of importance in there? Like, anyway, whatever.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
How about
It's like, hey, we're gonna do our very best just because you're here. We don't do it every other time, just for you.
Signature snack, and they run cheap.
Cheap snacks.
Other customers over there are eating some now.
I ate entirely too many Cheetos yesterday.
And
It's,
goodbye.
speaking about snacks.
Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know.
Alright, after ordering, we continue chatting,
Dunyarzad,
snacking.
there was a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendroarchon? Even though I...
Huh? Really?
Yes,
Ooh,
it was when
the
I was
plot
a child.
thickens.
At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
So that's kind of creepy. An ethereal voice speaking to you in the dark.
Don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Creeps me out anyway.
Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this?
There's no easy way to explain something like
You might
that.
not be able to
That's for sure.
understand, But actually, I knew everything about you.
That's even more creepy.
Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? Oh.
It's like, hey, tell me what your wishes are. My wish is to be well. Yeah, I can't do that for you, kid.
After that, the voice said, okay, I'll be your friend. Although my body was suffering during those
Could have just been a
days,
ghost.
that voice encouraged me.
That seems
and told
very
me
creepy.
many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming.
Yeah,
I
no
know
kidding.
That voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, if it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. Nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many
It was only because of this voice that I
That
learned how to
voice
read.
spoke a desire for
This
wisdom.
weird ethereal voice that I
Had to have
heard
been the Dendroarchon.
one night when I was
I've
alone in
been
my
hoping
room.
for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser
Yeah, what
Lord
is this?
Kusanali's birthday. which was the day that she was found by the sages.
Oh.
It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal.
So what happened? What
Because of
changed?
academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the
Ah,
festival.
it's always the
The
academia.
academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death. So they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
Because the academia is
I know
everywhere.
people over by the
Eyes and
Renaissance
ears all
still
over the
hold
place.
Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year.
Okay,
That's
so you
the
just
least I could do for
threw all
Lesser
your
Lord
money at someone you
Kusanali.
just met?
Hold on.
Not
My
the best
lady,
plan.
Does this friend happen to be Nilu?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face.
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared. So I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much. Even
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really...
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Burn all the books. Yes, that's exactly what the academia wants to do. They want to burn all the books about Lesser Lord Kusanali and tell you that only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata exists. This is a classic tale. A tale as old as time itself. Well, maybe not as old as time itself, but you know. The point is that there will always be people who think they're right and will try to quash anyone who disagree with them. I'm gonna steal your radishes, dude. That's the traveler, wandering all around the world of Teyvat, stealing fruit, stealing veggies, stealing people's stuff.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh,
That's right, Nandriel. It's a tale as old as books.
taken you so long that I assumed
Welcome
you
to the
got stuck
stream.
at home.
Happy Saturday morning
But
to
you
you.
made it in the
I hope you're not
end.
on call today and that you can have a
But
nice,
Sia's
chill,
here.
relaxing Saturday.
That means you got caught, right?
Also, hopefully one that doesn't involve
You could
burning
say
any
that,
books.
But everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
That's right.
Oh,
She's only on your
And
side
what are you
because you're
stealing?
paying her.
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon.
So again,
My two newest
like I
friends.
was saying
They're
earlier,
visitors who just arrived at Sumeru
money
City
solves a lot of
and are looking
problems.
for information on Lesser Lord
People always
Kusanali.
say that money can't buy
so you thought I was
happiness,
from another land?
and really it's just a saying that is trying to remind you that
You two absolutely
you
must
don't
miss the Sub-Zero's
need money
festival.
to be happy, but it certainly helps.
By the way, Dunyarzad, we've
Anyway,
already started decorating
I don't know
the
where I was
Grand
going with that,
Bazaar.
but yeah, it's just
It
an
looks
old adage saying
spectacular.
that, you know,
Thanks to your generous
trying
contribution.
to
You've
chase
been
after
welcome.
only money
It's the
isn't
only
going to
thing I
bring you
could do.
happiness.
Do you
You
still
need to
have enough
balance
more?
it. You need to balance the, money and
Probably.
other things in
Just
life.
said it.
The main
We've
thing
already
is
finished
just, yeah,
renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
money will 100% improve your life and make you happier. So we're doing just kind of continuing the story in today's stream.
Wow, this place
So there's
is
going to be a lot of
fancy.
cutscenes and a lot
Not
of
bad.
talking, a lot of story stuff being
Last time I
filled
was
in.
here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs
Eventually
are
we'll get to a
nothing.
point where there will be
Little
some
while ago,
action, so
we
hopefully that
discovered
happens
that
at
the
some
tree
point.
above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick.
Yeah, have you had any
And
coffee
we
yet
decided
this
to
morning,
do
Andrew? I've already
our
had
own
2.5
without
cups.
anyone to deal with it.
Actually, I don't know. Do you
Probably
drink
because
coffee?
it was the
I'm assuming
theater
you do,
that
but
asked me.
I don't really know.
The academia looks down on performers like us.
Shaner was
I
saying
really
that
think
he's
it
already
would
had
be
one
best if the
coffee,
theater closed down completely.
maybe onto a
Not
second
let
one at
that
this
happen,
point.
though.
But
Not
who
only
knows?
would everyone involved in the theater go hungry,
But then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zero's festival anymore.
Exactly. Excessive money doesn't buy
And the
happiness.
Danger
Having no
Archive
money does make for a
didn't
miserable
help.
life. You're absolutely
With the
right,
more she
Nandriel.
gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to
I think it would be
even
nice to
bigger
have
when
enough
it's
money
festival
to
time.
provide
I
for
can't
myself
wait for
and
this
my
sight.
family and friends.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage.
You don't drink
I've
coffee,
been
but you have a
practicing
crippling
so long
addiction to
already.
hot
It's
chocolate. Oh.
almost time for your dream to
Well,
become a
I'm hoping
reality.
that your addiction was sated this morning, that you had a
It's
nice hot
our
chocolate.
dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
I sometimes will combine the two,
What are you
especially in the
gonna be doing at
wintertime.
the festival?
Ooh, salted caramel. That
She'll be
sounds good.
dancing the dance
That
of
sounds real good.
Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the
Yeah, I like to have a
Sub-Zeros
mocha every
Festival.
now and then. Combine
Darius,
hot chocolate and
Have you
coffee.
told him the origin of this holiday?
If
I
you get
only
the
told him about
balance
the
just
Greater
right,
Lord
it
and
is
Lesser Lord
the
together.
perfect drink.
Okay.
Sometimes,
I'll
though,
tell
you have to
you
be
two
careful
about how
because
this
you kind of get
holiday
this
came to
bitter
be.
chalkiness depending on the
According
type
to
of hot
legend,
chocolate you made.
the Sub-Zero's festival was
And when
originally
that
the
happens, it just
goddess of
ruins
flower's
both. And it's
birthday
like, why would you even do
celebration
that?
for the
You just
Greater
ruined the
Lord.
hot chocolate and you ruined the coffee.
Long
It
time
was a
ago,
fruitless endeavor.
on one
But
of
if you get it
Greater Lord
just right,
Wicked
it's
Boss's birthdays,
fantastic.
her
Best drink in the
place
world.
threw a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk.
Some of the gods
Playing
got drunk.
music, and the Greater Lord started singing. So the goddess of flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful padisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon.
All
I
right.
also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Padisaras around the stage.
Look at them all. What a waste.
They symbolize
Just
the
throwing
goddess
stuff
of flowers,
everywhere.
after all. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Greater Lord brought forth Padisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real Padisaras on the stage.
Well,
So, Traveler and
I'm
Paimon,
guessing we're going to be on a
Maybe
quest
all
now
of
to
us
find
will
some
be
flowers or
Flowers
something.
will be there for her birthday. It'll be a
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to go collect some flowers.
Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusaneli's birthday.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros festival together?
Sounds like a
Daniel-san,
plan.
let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Hey, stop calling me banana. Do I have Nahida? No, I do not. So, my roster is pretty limited. So, my A team is Ganyu, Xiangling, Bennett, and Raiden Shogun. And then I've started working on my B team, which is Hu Tao and Xing Chu. I was trying to pull for Yelan earlier, but did not luck out. So this is my roster right now. I do not have Nahida. I do not have a lot of the newer heroes. As you can see, mostly a lot of the older ones. I do have Farazan though. And that's it. So yeah, I do not have a huge roster of characters.
Whoa!
But
What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Did you know that the
wow,
Sub-Zero's
that was
festival is
really
about to
rude, kid.
happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers,
Man, kids love candy. Kids will always ever talk about candy, and I don't know. Maybe I just don't remember it very well. I don't remember being so obsessed with candy when I was a kid. But my own kids, like, hoard that stuff like it's gold, man.
Buy this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best.
Is Nahida considered a good character? Stop calling me banana. Again, I was looking up kind of like tier lists earlier, and I know that, you know, the tier lists don't always accurately reflect how good a character can be, but I think they're usually pretty good.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Let me see here. Yeah, team tier list over character tier list. So that's a good piece of advice. I do not have Nahida though. She was on the last banner, I believe. Or no, I'm thinking of Yao Yao. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, no, I do not have her though. Again,
Revamping the stage
she's
for the
considered pretty good.
festival
Okay,
couldn't have
she
been easy, that's for
support,
sure.
DPS, or
I
sub
bet this year's
DPS.
festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer. I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
All right, only a couple of people left to talk to here.
Dancing at the Sub-Zero
Support-ish. Okay, cool.
You know, I also danced.
Yeah, so this is the problem. Like, I'm strictly a free-to-play player, and I had saved up a ton of gems that I was saving to summon for Hu Tao and Yelan. So I lucked out and got Hu Tao a couple of weeks ago, but then I've spent the rest of mine trying to get Yelan, and still probably about 30 to 40 summons from being able to hit the pity. So I probably won't be able to get Yelan, because I do not have enough gems left, but it's okay. Like you said, there's always reruns,
Your outfit looks amazing.
so I can just keep saving up for
Wow. Did you sew all that
for next
yourself?
time.
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there.
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that.
So the next character I think I need to work on building is Sucrose as one of the characters I want to add for my B team. Because again, I've got Hu Tao, Xingqiu, want to add Sucrose to that, and then I'm not sure who I'll add as my fourth. Possibly just use Keqing or Chi-Chi, just because I have them kind of built up a little bit more than some of my other characters. Keqing in particular, because I think I have her ascended to her max level. Oh, maybe not. I think I only have her at level 80. Yeah, so I've heard more people saying that Sucrose is pretty good.
Oh, hey!
I just haven't built her out.
Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across
Catherine.
to that to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across to that and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not
All right.
particularly.
so
I'm
maybe
not gonna
sucrose
say
will
that I'm
be
loving
my
the
next
recent
main
atmosphere
focus
here.
here instead of trying
If
to
festivals bring happiness to everyone, then
keep the
that's where the
story
true
rolling. Maybe
value
we'll work
lies.
on building sucrose this stream.
Oh, it looks like
Yep.
it's about
Head
time
on
for
back
me
now,
to be
Catherine.
heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventures Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all.
Oh, actually, I don't think I have done that yet.
See you around.
I think I need to go visit a statue with the Traveler and
Different about
gain the element of Dendro.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey Dia, what's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well,
Ooh, an idea that might help, eh?
Love that.
it might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for...
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. I'm gonna take a really quick break here.
Wait for Dia.
So yeah, I'll just be a few moments. It's gonna take a quick break, and I'll be right back. So please stay tuned. I won't be gone too long, and we'll continue the stream and maybe work on building out sucrose. Thanks for staying tuned. Sorry about the delay there. In any case, I'm back to stream, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Nindril. I need to take you somewhere to talk to someone or ask you some questions. Is 100% sounds like a mob shakedown for sure. I 100% feel that. Okay, let's look at what we need to do to build out Sucrose. Let's see. No, I need to level her up fully first, too. No, I need... I might have to do some ley lines here to get more, more tomes. There's always something to do in this game, I guess. Okay. Now, what do I need to ascend you, Sucrose? Oh, I've already got you all set here.
This trip has allowed me to gather a...
Okay. But I will need more tomes to level her up. Oh, what do I got here? Claim that junk. Alright, well I guess we'll do a couple of ley lines here. And I'll just go to... Actually, where is the crafting table? Let's craft some condensed resins here. And then I'll go do some ley lines. Thanks for the offer. Stop calling me Banana. I think I'll be fine without co-oping. I tend to be a solo-only player, but I do really appreciate the offer. So, thanks for asking. I do appreciate it. Alright, let's just do a couple of quick ley lines here to get some tomes. This is what I want. Yeah. And I hit the wrong button there. Okay. Just gonna do some ley lines here. Get some tomes so I can level up and ascend Sucrose. But yeah, unfortunately, I was hoping to get Yelan. I was hoping to luck out my summons the other day, but no dice. Oops.
Out of the frying pan!
Illusion shattered! Insolent.
Nice and spicy!
Born of ice and frost.
I'll distract them for a second while I take out these archers, because they will always give me a hard time. There we go. Now Abyss Mage is dead. Oops, missed. And we'll use our condensed resin so we get more rewards. Easy peasy. And then on to the next one. So this tends to be the day-to-day of Genshin. Doing ley lines, leveling up your heroes, this, that, and the other. Oh, we got a random event. Seems... I guess it's not too far off. Oh, there's a Dendro slime behind me there. I'm just gonna run. Don't need to deal with that Dendro slime right now. It's almost lunchtime here, though. So I'm not sure how much longer I'm gonna stream, but I think I'll keep it going for a little bit. And then go grab a snack. Do you need carrots? Oh, you're looking for apples. Perfect. Yeah, I got you covered. There we go. Taken care of. So those little random map events are great because they give you companionship XP. And I do not have the Raiden Shogun at max friendship yet, but I have the rest of my party at max. Benny, Xiangling, and Ganyu. But it seems to take forever to max that stuff out. At least it feels that way anyway. Oops.
There is no escape. Ha ha!
Oh no, frozen.
No touching.
Oh no, more slimes.
Access denied.
Oh, random bird egg. Nice. Okay. Guess I'll do a couple more of these while I still have condensed resin to use. And then maybe in a little bit, I'll go eat something.
Shined up. Born of ice and frost.
Oh no.
The wrong test subject.
Ah.
You're open.
Nice and spicy.
Access denied.
Yeah, cross.
There is no escape.
Alright, well I accidentally did that. It's all good though. Just tapping that button a little too fast. Just grabbing all the junk that's lying around here. Okay. Let's level up Sucrose some more now. Level up. Alright, level 50. And what do we need to ascend to now? Hurricane Seed. Oh, Animo Hypostases. Alright. I think there's one not far from here. Up here, is this the right one? Yep. I guess I don't need to navigate. Now let's do this. Alright. Go and fight this thing a couple of times. I guess I will just teleport here because it is slightly closer. And walking is such a chore, am I right? If this world had the ability to actually teleport, man, I would be so happy. I would just teleport everywhere all the time. Be so awesome just to go and visit another country without having to take a flight, or go visit your friends without having to walk or drive. Teleportation, it is the way of the future. Make it happen. That's what I want anyway. I can't remember the last time I fought this thing.
Shine down. Get them! No touching. Nice and spicy.
Illusion shattered. Access denied.
Nope. It's not quick enough there.
Born of ice and frost.
No, I have to do a thing now. Nope. Nope. Get out of there. Now I have to do a thing? Oh, yeah. I have to absorb these things.
Shine down.
Oh, there's one left. Dang it.
Nice and spicy. I'm going in.
There is no escape.
No. Okay, regained a little bit of HP, but not enough.
No touching.
Okay, I should be able to take it out now. Oops, missed. There we go. Oh, right, I can't use the condensed resin for that, or I maybe already used up all my condensed resin. Alright, well, whatever. Okay, we got 3 of those things. I don't recall how many I need to ascend Sucrose. You don't know why they don't have mounts in this game? Yeah, I think would be a pretty fitting thing. I agree with you there. Stop calling me banana. Perfect. Got enough to ascend. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. But then maybe people would think... I mean, people already think this game is a lot like that Zelda game. Oh, I need more things. What was the previous Zelda game? Breath of the Wild. People already think this game is similar enough to that, so I think having mounts would draw even more comparisons. Yeah, Breath of the Wild. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I think if that were the case, yeah, it would draw more comparisons. People would be like, oh, this game is just a clone or a rip-off of that. Because again, I already hear a lot of people saying that. And I find people who have played Breath of the Wild before playing Genshin tend to like Breath of the Wild more. Whereas I played Genshin... I still haven't played Breath of the Wild, to be honest. I have the game, just haven't gone around to playing it. My backlog is absurd. It's kind of an irresponsible amount of games in my backlog right now. Alright, well, I have to wait for that boss to come back. I could keep doing the ley lines, though. Just head on over here real quick. Heal up. Here. Oh, I still haven't finished this challenge. I'll do that another day. It's kind of an annoying one. If, I might be able to do it, but I'll just leave it for now.
Illusion born of ice and frost. There is no escape.
Nice and spicy.
Who's left over here? Oh, slime. Oops. That was my fault.
I'm the frying pan.
We're way behind. No touching.
Oh, I do still have condensed resin. Perfect. That worked out well. Everything's a derivative rig, yet. You know what? You do make a very good point there, Stop Calling Me Banana. I do not disagree with you. It's part of the problem I had with the education institution. Ah, I missed. Oh well. But unfortunately, you're told that you need to have post-secondary education to get any kind of a good job, and it's not exactly wrong. A lot of places won't even consider looking at you. I don't know what just happened here. Unless you have, yeah, some kind of post-secondary education. Oh, right.
Illusion chef. Born of ice and frost.
Alrighty. Go and fight this thing again. It's been long enough that it should have respawned. Alright. Oh yeah, it's getting to the point that I need too many of these to level up now. Oh dear. Alright, let's go fight this boss again. Luckily, this boss is pretty easy.
Shine down. No touching. Come on.
Ouch.
Rex Lapis.
Well, that wasn't good.
I am sorry.
Eat this! Help! Tweeter is attacking me!
Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
Race you!
This is when I really do need to have Ganyu out, though. Should just res her.
I'm the frying pan.
Oh, no. Alright, grabbed all the things. Should be good now.
There is no escape.
There we go. Easy peasy. What were you saying there? Okay, so stop calling me any thoughts on the story in Genshin. I think it's okay. To be perfectly honest, a lot of the time I'm not really following the story very closely. I liked the whole chasm kind of storyline. That I thought was pretty cool. I enjoyed that part. I still have some stuff to actually wrap up in the chasm. I haven't maxed out the thing there. But the whole thing with, continuing to chase after your sister over and over and over again, it's kind of getting tiresome. I like the fact, though, that they kind of, turned the sibling into a villain, kind of. And I guess I still have more to wrap up as far as that goes, so I don't know the full details on where it's going. But it's interesting. I'm not, again, always paying super close attention and following it very close. And then Ninja, what are you saying here? But the necessity of post-secondary education, it is overplayed. Yeah. Yep. I will agree with you that post-secondary, I think, can help with the flexibility in thinking. I think sometimes, though, it more depends on the person, because I know a lot of people that have gone through post-secondary education and the flexibility in their thinking isn't there because they've only been kind of taught to think in one way, or they haven't been taught to think on their own. They've only been taught to follow direction. So I think it depends on the person. I think more people do benefit from post-secondary, and depending on what they do in post-secondary too, that it can give them that flexibility in thinking. But I have met far too many people who have gone through, like college or university, and it just narrows their thinking even more because they kind of just go into one track and that's all they know. But again, I think it just depends on the person, because some people are more naturally curious and will want to learn things and will ask the questions to learn things, whereas other people, they just want to be told what to do. I'm kind of having that with some of the people that I work with right now. We had a couple of new people that were hired recently, and one of them, man, just has to be like, you have to hold their hand the whole way through. You have to tell them exactly what to do. And it's really frustrating, especially in my job where it's kind of hand holding is not part of the job. It's kind of, like you're given your work, you do your tasks, and yeah, if you need help with something, sure, ask because you're new. But man, some of the questions this new person is asking isn't really related to the job. It's like basic comprehension questions. Like a manager will send an email about something, and then they will ask what like what they mean by that, and it's just like, well, what do you mean? What did they mean? Did you read the email? It's pretty self-explanatory anyway. It is what it is. But this is someone too who has post-secondary education, so it's kind of shocking. I'm someone without post-secondary education, and I think sometimes it definitely shows. There's a lot I don't know, and I'm not going to pretend to know. But yeah, another one of my colleagues too, who again went to college, just cannot think outside the box. Is very much like, well, this is what I'm told to do. This is the procedure. I'm going to follow it to a T. I'm not flexible enough to kind of work outside of that. Anyway. What was I doing? I forget what I was doing. We got started talking about the story in Genshin and about post-secondary education stuff. Right, I was trying to level up Sucrose, but I need more of these tomes, man. And I don't have a lot of resin left to really do that. So maybe I guess I'll just continue the story stuff in Sumeru City here for now. Oh, I have a teleport point I have not unlocked here yet. I guess I have a few, actually. Okay, I guess we'll keep going with story stuff here for now. Wait, I wanted to... No. Go and find this other teleport point that I have not yet unlocked for some reason. Oh, it's up above me, okay. So I need to go up, up and up. I know, I think there's too much importance in any kind of post-secondary education of kind of choosing your path right away. And I think it's too expensive here in North America for that to be the case. I think people need to be able to have the opportunity to learn more and explore more in post-secondary education without it putting them into huge amounts of debt. Because I think that was part of my problem, was that, you know, like, why I didn't complete any post-secondary education was that it costs so much money, and I'm expected to kind of decide what I'm doing, because otherwise, if you're unsure, you're just there wasting money. And I guess I was just really unsure as to what I wanted out of my post-secondary education. So I was like, well, I'm not going to continue this because it's just a waste of money. I stream every other week. Stop calling me Banana. I've been going through a lot of personal stuff right now. So some of my friends know the details as to, you know, what's going on in my life, and it's kind of affected my streaming a little bit, unfortunately. But I stream every other week. I try to stream almost every weeknight. I usually start my streaming around 6 p.m., 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time, and I'll usually stream for 2 or 3 hours in the evening, depending on how I'm feeling, or depending kind of what game I'm playing and what I need to do in said game. Like I said, right now I've been only streaming Genshin a lot lately because I don't have the motivation to start any new games at the moment. I've mentioned it in previous streams here. I don't want to get too much into my personal details and stuff, but my partner and I recently separated, and I have 2 kids. So I have my kids every other week, which is why I only stream every other week, just because it's too difficult. It's too much for me to stream when they are here, because my day is fully occupied with a full-time job and my kids those weeks. So the weeks they're not here, I have more free time and I can stream after work, and that's usually what I'll end up doing. But yeah, if you enjoy hanging out here and liking the streams, then, you know, feel free to follow me. You'll get notified, obviously, when I do stream. I would appreciate it. Don't feel that you need to, though. You know, everyone has limited free time, I think. And it's best to do what you want to do with your own free time. I enjoy streaming. Allows me to chat with people here. But yeah, life always does get in the way of streaming. So yeah, so you're right, Ninja. Biggest flaw with a single path, you lack a variety of experience, and I 100% agree with that. Woof. Yeah, I can understand that having temp work would be frustrating, but it does give you a lot of that experience, and like that's the thing is, you know, you don't necessarily get that with a post-secondary education, and I got a lot of experience because I didn't go to, I didn't finish university or college, so I got a lot of, like, you know, first-hand work experience, tried a lot of different jobs.
Sorry, I'm late.
And
Took
I
some
mean, I don't
convincing for
love
the
my
master and
current job,
mistress to believe
but
that Miss
it's
Junior's out had
solid
been
employment
sitting
that
in
I
the
can
court for a
have
while
without a
and confused
post-secondary
about you.
education, has benefits,
Anyway, I guess I should be thanking
has a
you.
good schedule.
I
So
haven't seen Miss
yeah,
Dunyarzad that
I mean,
happy
I'm
in a long time.
happy enough with it, I guess
If
I
it
should
wasn't
say.
for you two,
I'm
she
unhappy with my
probably would
colleagues
have
though.
been caught and
Most of them,
sent back
not
much
all of them.
earlier.
There's a couple of good ones that I work with, but yeah, a lot of my colleagues are kind of useless.
Met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long. But I
So
hope
stop
to
calling
finish
Banana. I
things
take
on
it
a
you play
positive
Genshin
note if
too.
possible. Let's cut
Do you
the
plan on
chit-chat
pulling for
and head
Dea
into
in
the
the
safe
upcoming
house.
banner?
We'll see if
Because
the
I think
person I know
she's going to
has
be
a way
available
for you
soon,
two
if
to
I'm
meet
not
with the
mistaken.
Lesser Lord.
And are you a free-to-play player, or do you drop money on this? Like I said earlier, I'm strictly free to play. The only time I ever spent money was a few years ago. I got the battle pass.
Dia, what are you doing here?
But that's because I think it was there was a weapon on there that I wanted for one of my characters at the time. But
We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfon for more info.
you're free to play as well. All right, cool.
No
So
kidding.
you know the struggle then of
So,
trying
how's
to
Lucia?
wait for a banner and
You
save
start
up
out
your
by asking
gems
about
and
the theft. Anything
the
you
ultimate
want.
disappointment and crushing defeat when you get
The Grand
when you get a
Sage
pity
recently
breaker
ordered
that's
Sumeru
not on
City
banner.
to begin bolstering its defenses. So people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell them what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
What are they
Just
talking
recently,
about?
The Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
All right, so we got another
I suppose
detective
that's one way to look
detective
at it.
quest to do.
If you ask me,
Got to find out who stole the
case
thing,
is more
chase them
about
down,
the
I guess.
Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out.
One of your accounts needs a
Convoy
pyro main,
robbed
so you
on its
plan for
way
her.
back.
But since
The
she's
Grand
about to
Sage
move to the
took
standard, then I
whole
shan't
matter
pull.
very seriously.
Oh, you're talking about Hu Tao?
Not only did he
Oh,
dispatch
or
the
you're talking about
matter,
Dea.
but also enlisted
Gotcha.
our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is
So
that
she's gonna be
whatever
on the
was
standard
stolen
as
is
well then, okay.
currently in Port Ormos.
Yeah, I don't plan on
You
pulling
two
for her.
have heard of Port Ormos, haven't
I
you?
have a
It's the
couple of good
largest
pyro
commercial port
characters,
in all of Sumeru.
so I'm not
Because
gonna
the
worry about it.
Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way
Again,
to
I
Port
was
Ormos.
pulling for
So the
Yelan,
city's a
and
little
I
more
did
laid back, meaning
some
the
pulls. I think it was
population's
earlier this
also a
week.
mixed bag.
I think it
You
was
never know who you meet
on
there.
Monday or Tuesday.
Apparently,
I can't remember
what was
exactly what
lost
day.
has a great deal to do
But
with
only had enough
Asha,
gems to just over
knowledge,
60 pulls,
and even
so
the gods.
no luck.
I'm afraid I don't have any other details.
But again, I did luck out with Hu Tao
If you're interested,
a couple of weeks
maybe
ago.
you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves.
Are you serious, Chief? All
So I
the
managed to
Academia
finish
students
building
are in
her out.
Sumeru
But
City, you know.
I was hoping to get
Why should
Yelan to
Academia
add to
students
that,
in
because I was
Port
going to have
Ormos?
my B team be Hu Tao,
Also
Qing Shu, and Yelan.
Just go there.
And then I
see
wasn't
what
sure who I'd put in
happens.
as the fourth, but
Count me out.
it
I've
is
got
what it
plenty
is.
of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that
Lady
the
Luck is a
Dharmites
shifty
there
one,
aren't
that's for sure.
nearly as friendly as those here in
I don't know if you
Sumeru
ever
City.
played Lunar
There
2
are
Eternal
even some
Blue,
extremists who
but
go
the
around
character
shouting slogans
Ronfar,
like,
his slogan in
"Retake
that game is
Sumeru,
Lady
King
Luck be
Deshra."
kind, because he was a
Nowadays,
gambler. That's
there's
his whole
more and more
personality.
joining their movement.
And I played a
Becoming
lot of
a
Lunar
bit
2
ahead
back in
of
the day,
Chief and the
so
others.
that line of his,
You
the
bet
Lady
they
Luck be
are.
kind, is forever and
King
forever in my
Deshra's
memory.
been
I'll
dead
never
for
forget that.
thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandon their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia, and you too, Osfond. Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to
All right,
Port Ormos and
Port Ormos we go.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
We won't forget.
Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
All right, Lady Luck, be kind. Okay, that's a ways off. Alright, let's keep the story rolling. So I have most of the teleport points and map uncovered in Sumeru already. Not because I've done any of the story stuff, but because there was the event a little while ago. It's when I started getting back into Genshin. There was an event here in Sumeru, so I had to wander around and uncover all the points and stuff, so I
and have a good look yourself.
could get
Traditional
that event
spices of
going.
the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up.
All right, so it's just a lot of
Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open
story
conflict,
dressing
but
here,
there's
the
core
setting,
core-
you know, getting it all pumped up here.
Burly, this place is busy. Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in
There's always danger lurking in every crowd.
So we can start looking for
No, so it was before that. So I did Lisa's skin event. I did get that. It was several months ago though. So I played Genshin around the time when it first came out, and then played for a while with my buddy Shaner, who was Snap, Crackle, and Pop in the chat here. And then I took a break for a long time.
Academia doesn't seem to have any
I don't really know why. I guess I just got distracted with life and other things.
doesn't get it.
But then it was an event.
Just going around saying we're academia students.
What was the event for? I'm trying to remember. It was a story event that had to do with, what's her name? The fox spirit lady from Inazuma. And what's her name? Anyway, there's a lot of mushroom battling and stuff. It was the mushroom one, the mushroom thing, where the one girl was, you know, saying that they're not harmful and whatever.
Welcome.
Anyway,
How can I help you too?
my memory's not so great about the exact details of it.
Ask you a question. Do students from the academia ever?
Yeah, she was a student from the academia. I forget her name.
Of course.
It starts with an L though.
Especially around this time of year.
Let me look up her
Students
name
from
here.
Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to port almost to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted in
Layla, yes, thank you. The fungi Pokemon event. That's exactly right. I'm glad you're here to remind me. Yeah, that event that was right around the time I started getting back into Genshin, and I hadn't even finished everything. I hadn't even done anything in Inazuma at that point. But I had to jump into that event because I was like, oh, look at all the stuff I can get. And you could get, I think, Colette. I'm not sure if Colette was given away or if it was specifically part of that event. I don't recall. But yeah, I went through all that event. And then I've been working on doing all the story stuff since then, slowly and surely. So I'm finally starting to get caught up in the story stuff, and I know I'm still behind by quite a bit, but
Let's see if we can listen in.
still lots to do in this game. And this is the thing, you know, I know the game is designed to try and make you to spend money, but the game is entirely free, and there's a lot of free content in this game, and they continue updating it, which is really nice. So, you know, again, I get you, it's a gacha, that they, you know, try to design the game to get people to spend money, but you can still play the game fully and enjoy it fully without ever spending anything on it. So I gotta give them some props for that.
I've even heard that the Citadel of Rexar is starting to get fed up with them.
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of
Always so
goods
much
that
story
students are
stuff,
looking
though.
for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are
So,
after.
again, as much as I do enjoy this game, I sometimes complain about when you're progressing the story of this game, there's a lot of instances where you'll go through a whole story cutscene, and then it'll take you out of the cutscene just for you to walk 10 paces to start another cutscene. that sort of thing does kind of irritate me about the game sometimes. Just like, you didn't have to end this cutscene for me to walk 10 paces. You could have just like continued the cutscene, you know, fade to black for a second, and then have the character move to a different area. Anyway, it just seems a little bit inconsistent with how the story progresses sometimes.
The only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A nation
It all sounds
with
suspicious to me too, Paimon.
and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. So, what's our plan?
Let's go to the tavern.
Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us half a mi- Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she...
Another thing too is that the quality of the voice acting in this game is really good. Like some of the NPCs and whatnot, maybe not the best. Where am I going? But for the most part, like, the fact that, you know, just about everyone is fully voiced and there's a lot of voiced cutscenes, pretty impressive. And again, the quality of the voice acting is good, but I think the voice acting in video games has come a long way since, you know,
This is the place we heard those students talking about.
the 90s and
Let's
2000s.
peek somewhere and see if we can spot the...
If anyone remembers the game Magna Carta Tears of Blood for the PS2, woof. That had some of the worst voice acting in a game ever. But that game unfortunately also came out during, there was an acting strike at the time. So the Actors Guild or something, there was some grievances, so there was a strike, so it was hard to get good voice acting at the time, but, you know, it is what it is.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Huh. All these guys talk about is King Deshret. So they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
You're right, it is a much different industry now for voice acting than when Jim Cummings did 90% of Disney's non-movie characters. You're very right, Nendriel. Jim Cummings also did a lot of voices in a lot of non-Disney movies. So I watched the movie Balto a year or two ago with my kids, and Jim Cummings voiced the villain in that game. You do make a good point, stop calling me Banana. It is a free-to-play mobile gacha game. Now, I've actually never played it on mobile. I've only ever played it on PC and PlayStation.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place.
I don't, especially since 2020, I don't, I'll just give him the $500,000.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because...
Yeah, archaeology students, sure.
Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess... As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom.
Yeah, sorry, what was I saying? I was saying, yeah, since 2020, I haven't been very mobile. I'm fortunate enough to be able to work from home now, which is great. On the other hand, I probably don't get out enough, but don't need to game on the go anymore. Can just game from home, which is nice.
And our ancestors were forced to flee to this land, where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh. Just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there. Oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our God shall return.
Man, these
And
guys
when
are
that
pretty
day
intense.
comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true God will
Suffer retribution together.
Saying
Anyway.
makes you shiver with fear. It might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Ruh-roh.
You
I've been
again?
found out.
Deranged academia lunatic.
I was talking about this guy.
It's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this,
I told you the other day.
A business, eh?
I wish to discuss
These guys
my
are
terms
scam
with
artists and
your
they
boss.
call it a business.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain
He doesn't negotiate with
terms.
terrorists,
But
or
that
I'll
was
hide them.
then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of... If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all.
So much story stuff.
My next course of
That's
action
what I
will
was mentioning
sting a
earlier.
little more
Sometimes
than
it just
mere
goes
following
on
through
and
with a
on
few
and on.
business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremites' reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action,
But
your boss would
there's all
willingly
these
approach me
details that you
himself.
miss out if you don't pay attention.
However,
And I don't pay attention that much, so I
fear
miss
that
out on a
by
lot of the
then,
details.
Some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really
His
out
word
of
is
his
his bond.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Well, this certainly escalated quickly. But we
Not
have a
so
whole week.
fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Well, at least I got my money back, so
Please, I
that
beg
worked out
you,
well.
Don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This...
well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, this guy does not mess around.
Did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too. Plus, he seems to know a
Wait,
lot about what's going
did
on.
Paimon just say Emirites instead of Eremites?
Ask some questions.
I think she did. Well,
That way, after him.
I don't know if I want to chase after him right now. What was I doing? What was I thinking about doing anyway? Oh, I was going to see if I had... No. I know when you complete quests, you sometimes get some gems. Guess I haven't really completed enough today to get anything. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. So everything to continue the story is still on the port here. I do have more things. I need... Alright, well...
The world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
So if I continue this story is going to continue for a while by the looks of it. Oh, I have a new story quest I can unlock. We'll just leave that alone though. All right. I think now might be a good time to wrap up this stream, especially since it's, it's after lunchtime and I'm starting to get a bit peckish. So I think we will leave it at that for today. But thanks for everyone for tuning in and showing up in the chat here. We had a new person show up here, Stop Calling Me Banana, so I appreciate you being in the chat here and hanging out while I did my Saturday morning stream here with my coffee. It's not something I normally do. It's something I just did today. But I will be back in about a week. I'll be back next Sunday evening, so not tomorrow evening. That'll be next Sunday, March 5th. Wow, we're almost at March already. But yeah, Nendreel, Shaner, Stop Calling Me Banana, thanks so much for tuning in. And yeah, see you on the next stream. Cheers.